Hey guys, welcome back to a new video. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. Today I'm going to talk about the new Pokemon set that just came out recently. It is Sun and Moon Guardians Rising. In this set there's a whole lot of cards that came out, including one really expensive card, really good card. It's like the Shaman of Sun and Moon, it's Tapu Lele. But that's not what we're going to be talking about alone. We're going to be talking about the entire set and like what cards to get, what cards you have to get, what cards you should get, and just general the good cards of the set. All the ones that stand out, do something cool, are interesting. The first card we got is Trevenant. It's a grass type, it does damage based on the amount of items in your opponent's hand. It's a pretty good card. 30 damage for each item card in your opponent's hand. For DCE, it's a really good card, especially with Forest, all that. It could be very good in Vileplume. I recommend getting 4 of these. They're only like 50 cents each about. All these prices I'm going to be mentioning are going to be from the Pokemon Troll and Toad prices. Sorry if you can hear an airplane, it's really loud. But they're all going to be from Troll and Toad and USD price. So yeah, first card I recommend getting is Trevenant. The next card after that is Victini with the Victory Star Fliptini ability. Basically, you can just reflip a coin during your turn if you don't like the way one turns out. It's a good card, not really too great now, but if another card comes out that makes it good, it'll go up in price. Right now, they're only sitting there at 50 cents for the holo. I recommend getting around 3 of those. No, it could be really good. The next card I'm going to mention is Alolan Sandslash. I really like its Slush Rush ability. Once during your turn, draw a card. It's really good. I used to play, I think it was Slurpuff? Forget. Slurpuff, the one that made you draw a card, the little fairy guy, in my Vileplume with Steel and Miltank deck way back when, like a year ago, and expanded. It's really good. You just load up your hand with cards. It's better than Octillery, because you can draw more than 6 cards. It's better than Oranguru, because you can draw more than 3 cards. It's just a once per turn, draw a card, does a thing, sits on your bench. Alright, get around maybe 2 of those, you could run a 2-2 line with the Sandshrew, something like that. Next card that came out that's pretty good is Tapu Koko, obviously. It's one of the main cards that featured in the set. It has a pretty good ability with Arrow Trail, right? When you drop it, you can move any type of electric energy. Meaning also, I believe that includes rainbow energy and electrodes. So you can move all those onto it and just smack attack, do like 130 out of nowhere, potentially use its GX attack, depending on what kind of situation the game you're in. It only really works in like an electric type deck, so it's not like the best card out there. So I'd recommend maybe 3 of these if you're gonna be playing around other decks. If you're not, if you're just gonna be like focused on like 1 or 2 decks, obviously then don't get the card. You're not going to use it, there's no reason to get it. Alright, this is just for the kind of person who wants to try out a bunch of different decks. There's going to be a lot of like techie, certain deck kind of cards in this list. The next card I'm going to mention is Garbodor. Garbodor's Trashalanche is stupid. It's very strong. You can do a whole lot of damage for 1 energy. Right? Just all the item cards in your opponent's discard pile. You just keep hitting them. And the more items they play, the more damage you do. They can't really stop that unless they somehow get items back into their hand with an attack or something. I don't know. But Garbodor's really good. It's rocking about 250 right now. It's probably only going to go up. More people are going to play it once the set becomes legal for tournament play. So I definitely recommend getting 4 of those right now. Well, they're as cheap as they'll probably get. The next few cards are all technically the same card. It's the Oricorio bird guys. Now the fire one is really good, or it could be really good, as like your opening Pokemon, you 1 energy, search your deck for 3 basic fire, put them on your bench. You just load up your bench turn 1. Could be good, right? It doesn't do damage, but it sets you up real quick. One of the psychic ones, Vital Dance, you drop it, you search your deck for 2 energy cards, put them back in your hand. It's a good way to search for energy cards without relying on, say, Professor's Letter or Super Rod, stuff like that to get it back. You can just drop a Pokemon, especially in decks, say like, I don't know, like Raichu or something, so that becomes popular, I don't know. stuff that loads up your bench, or Gardevoir even could be pretty good. You know, you search energy, it does a thing, you discard it, does another thing. 2 value Pokemon. The other psychic one does 1 damage, or you places 1 damage counter on one of your opponent's Pokemon for each Pokemon in your opponent's discard. Now in standard, it's not really that great, but in expanded, where Flareon and Vespiquen, Night March, decks that discard a lot of Pokemon are pretty good, and run low HP Pokemon, you know, you could plop that down, attach an energy to it, and potentially get like 2-3 KOs in a turn just by moving damage counters around strategically, right? I left the electric one out because it's really not that good. You know, 1 energy powers you up for next turn. Your Pom Pom Punch does an extra 80 damage. Whoop-de-doo, not too great. But those 3 I recommend getting, you know, just get maybe, I don't know, like 2 or 3 of each. Could be good. Around 40 cents, I think they're worth. Next card I'm going to mention is the infamous Tapu Lele. It's a GX Pokemon with no weakness or resistance, so whatever. No weakness, really good. Resistance, meh, who cares. 170 HP Psychic Pokemon with its ability. You drop it, search your deck for a Sporter, put it back in your hand. It's regular attack, which is basically a Lugia's attack, right? It doesn't hit for weakness. It just does 20 damage for each energy attached to both actives. So, you know, in general kind of deck, you attach DC, boom, hit it, good attack. Tapu Cure, meh, heals 2 things. Good card. In every deck, basically everyone should get 2 of these. Alright, we're rocking about $41 right now US. Pretty expensive cards, but they're only going to go up. So it's one of those like jump on it now kind of things. Next card, this is a techie kind of card, you know, it's not too great, it's not good in every deck, obviously, but it's Mimikyu. Mimikyu is a cool Pokemon. It's a basic, it's non-GX, it draws 2 cards, its first attack for a colorless energy, a copycat. If your opponent's active Pokemon uses an attack that isn't a GX, you can use that attack. So if your opponent hits you for like, I don't know, say he uses something stupid, say he uses like, what's that, Solgaleo's 270, what is it? No, not 270, is it 270? I don't know. That damage, what attack that does a lot. You know, attach 2 energy, do 270 damage back. You discard 2 energy. Whoop-de-doo. It's a really good attack. Could be good in some psychic decks, you know, in Lunala. I'm gonna try it out because Lunala is like one of my favorite decks right now. I love Lunala GX. It's a really good card. But Mimikyu, again, techie card. Not everyone needs it. Could be good. Meh. The next card I'm gonna recommend getting is the regular Lunala. It has Mewtwo's, the Mewtwo from Breakthrough with Shatter Shot, except it does 40 instead of 30, right, for each psychic attached to it. And it has, more importantly, it has the attack Wings of Moon, which moves energy away. So you can attack Wings of Moon 130, you take the energy off it, so if it dies, you didn't lose any energy. And then you can just move it back with Lunala GX. If you're playing a Lunala deck, or Lunala GX deck, you definitely need Lunala in it. I recommend getting 2 of them, and running a 2/2 of each. Really good deck, really a lot of fun to play. Next card, again, this is a techie card. It's probably not going to see much play, but it's pretty cool. You know, it counters, it's out there to counter Decidueye. It's Machoke. Its ability prevents damage on your bench Pokemon by your opponent's attacks, and you can't place damage counters on your bench Pokemon. It's a good card, you know, on Machoke, boom, can't hit my bench Pokemon at all. Really good. Maybe 2 of those, just to have in your collection, you know, just in case it ever happens. Next card I really like in certain decks is Sudowoodo with the Roadblock ability. As soon as you drop it down, your opponent can only have 4 bench Pokemon. So in decks like Rayquaza, I could see this being played, where in a mirror match, say, you have Skyfield up, you don't want to get rid of Skyfield with a Reverse Valley, or not Reverse Valley, whatever that Valley card is, right? The 3 bench Pokemon, you don't want to get rid of your own Skyfield, so you drop a Sudowoodo. That takes away a bunch of their bench Pokemon, but doesn't affect you at all, and also gives you a benched Pokemon. It's a really good card. Probably get 2 of them. Just have them around in case you ever decide to play some kind of bench space, counterproductive kind of deck. Alright, the next card is Sylveon GX. Now, Sylveon GX has been going around in a few decks recently. as like a more of a disruption kind of control-y deck, and I think it's pretty cool. You know, its first attack, you search for 3 cards, put them into your hand, 110 for 3 energy, sure. But GX attack is cool, you know, you just force 2 bench Pokemon on your opponent's side to go back to their hand, you know, you can just remove a whole bunch of setup, stuff like that. It's a really good Pokemon. I recommend maybe getting 3 or 4 of these, you know, depending on if you're going to play the deck or not. It's a really good trade bait, people are going to want it. They're averaging about $9 US right now, so it could be a really good card to play. It's a lot of fun too. The next card is a tech card, which is Comfey. Comfey's ability just basically makes it so any Pokemon with Fairy Energy attached to it, which again could be Double Dragon, could be Rainbow, stuff like that, Fairy Energy, can't be affected by special conditions. So if like there's a heavy special condition meta, if that's ever being played in your local, wherever you live, right, then this card will be really good. If not, again, bad card, don't play it. But get 2 of them, just have them in your binder, like 50 cents each almost. The next card I really like, I like this card a lot, is Drampa. Just the regular Drampa with its attack, search your deck for basic energy, attach it, and then Power Cyclone, which is like Y Cyclone, except for 10 less damage. It's a really good Pokemon. I really like it. I'd recommend getting maybe 3 of these. You know, you can fit it into almost any deck because it only takes colorless energy, and it's a dragon type. You know, get that type differential. Don't always play around one weakness. You know, it's good to have. Get maybe 3 of them. They're 50 cents each. Not a big investment. The next card is Drampa GX. Drampa GX is cool. It's good in certain decks. It's good in certain metas. If there's a meta going around where no one's playing special energy, don't play it. If there's a meta going around where everyone's playing special energy, guaranteeing a double colorless everywhere, get it. 1 energy, 20 damage, discard a special energy. Good card. Berserk, you know, if you have a bunch of Pokemon with damage counters, it does more. Most of the time you'll retreat it, you know. It's a pretty good card. You get maybe 2 or 3 of these. You know, they're about $4, $4.50 around there. Cool cards. Now the next cards I'm going to recommend getting are all the trainers. Not all of them, but next one, they're all going to be trainers. The 4 stadiums in the set, either Paradise Conservation Area, the Ultra of the Moon, Ultra of the Sun, or Suni, I don't know, Mooney, and Brooklet Hill. Get 4 of these, just have them. The Ultra of the Moon is probably the best one, but you know, the Conservation Area, Grass, and Basic Electric Pokemon are protected for 30 damage. It's a good card. Sun, you know, Fire and Steel Pokemon have no weakness. That's good. You know, they kind of play against each other a bit. Brooklet Hill, you can set up a fighting type or a water type, you know, search a deck for basic, plop it down. Could be really good, especially maybe in water box. I don't know, like 30 cents each. Just get them, put them away in a box in your little trainer box, however you sort your cards, and just keep them forever. Until, of course, you play them. Next card is Aqua Patch. Aqua Patch is super strong, super good, like deck defining for water box. They're about $1 each. They're only going to go up, just like Dark Patch has. Get 4 of them, keep them, and be happy. Next card is Choice Band. Choice Band, it makes your Pokemon deal 3 more damage to EX and GX Pokemon, or active EX and GX Pokemon. It's a tool, obviously. You put it on whatever you want, it does more damage. It's super strong. It's like Muscle Band. Muscle Band started low, and then went up to like $5 a piece. Choice Band right now is already at $150. I recommend just getting them, having them, watching them go up, and laughing because you paid $1.50 for them. You definitely need these in your decks. Next card is Energy Lotto. No, in decks that run a lot of special energy, sometimes since you can only run 4 of them, it's hard to get the energy. So this card, you know, helps you with that. You look at the top 7 cards, you reveal an energy card, which could also be a special energy or basic, depending on what you want. Shuffle the cards. It's like a trainer's mail for energy. It's pretty good. I like it. It's a good card. Get 4. They're like 25 cents each. $1. 4 cards. What a deal. Next card up is Field Blower. Field Blower is the only real tool removal in the game, other than like a Rattata. But yeah, the only real tool removal in the game. It also gets rid of stadiums. You know, you get rid of 2 tools and 1 item card, or a tool in a stadium, or blah blah blah, however you want to do it. Alright, super good card. Most decks are going to run like 1 or 2 of them. I don't know why you wouldn't run at least one in your deck. They're about $1 each. They're probably going to go up. It's more than likely they're going to go up. Just get 4, keep them, put them in your binder. Be happy. Next card up is Multi-Switch. Now Multi-Switch, again, is for special energy kind of decks. It moves energy from a bench Pokemon to your active. Now it just says energy. It doesn't say special energy, it doesn't say basic energy. You can move a DCE up to your active, it's 2 energy, instead of just moving a basic energy with the old energy switch card. It's a good card, 4 of them. They're 25 cents each, cost you $1. It's worth it, right? You'd have it if you ever play a heavy special energy kind of deck. It's really good. Next card up is Rescue Stretcher. This is the last card from the set that I would recommend getting and just keeping in your binder. Yeah, put a Pokemon from your discard into your hand, or you shuffle a Pokemon up to 3 Pokemon from your discard into your deck. If you don't plan on retrieving your basic energy and just putting basic energy back into your deck, if you don't want to do that, then run this, because you can either get it in your hand if you want to, or you can just put your Pokemon back into your deck. Some decks like Volcanion, stuff like that, you don't have to put the energy back in if you don't want to. Just straight up put your Volcanions and maybe Turtonator back in there. Some other honorable mention kind of cards is one, Turtonator. Turtonator's pretty good, but it's not deck defining. It's not good enough. Volcanion is just better. Maybe you run one of these in a Volcanion deck. It's a cool card, but it's not super strong. Hala is a supporter from the set. Lets you shuffle your hand into your deck. If you've used the GX card, you draw 7. If you haven't, you draw 4. Now, the way I look at it is in the early game, you're going to want to shuffle your hand. Either playing an N, or N for 6 cards, or a Sycamore for 7, depending on how you empty out your hand. Hala, you don't want to play Hala on turn 1, because you haven't used the GX attack, because you haven't attacked yet, so you're only going to draw 4 cards, which is really bad. Right? And in the late game, you're not really going to want to shuffle your hand into your deck and draw 7 cards. You're probably going to want to end for maybe like 4 or 5, to prevent yourself from milling, depending on what kind of deck you're playing. It's an okay card if you want a turn 1 GX attack. If you don't want a turn 1 GX attack, it's not worth putting in a deck. So if you add all these cards up, the value of the set, right? These cards I recommend getting, it'll bring you to roughly $190 US. Right? It's about the price of, say, 2 booster boxes. So if you find yourself debating on buying 2 booster boxes or just getting the cards you need, think about it. If you're going just for value, not for fun and excitement of opening packs, you're going to want to just buy the cards. It's just cheaper, it's better, it's a lot easier. But if you enjoy the excitement, by all means, get 2 booster boxes. But yeah, this set will bring you around $200 in debt. But again, at the same time, you spend that money on packs anyways. It's a really good set. It has lots of good cards. Alright, especially that Tapu card basically brings you up at least $100 on its own. Alright, everyone's gonna want them. The price is gonna go up. That's like $100 right there. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'll probably be doing these for a bunch of sets. Might do one of these like compare it to what's the set worth kinda series. For maybe do it for Sun and Moon. Maybe I'll do it for the next few set. Anyway, thanks for watching, you guys. Have a good day. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, comment your thoughts on what cards I should get, what cards to the left, stuff like that. And have a good day.